let's talk a little bit about something called factorials. Factorial notation, and factorial notation looks like this. 5 factorial, which is, in fact, not 5 with an exclamation point. It's 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So the value of 5 factorial, in fact, is just really 20 times 6, which is 120. That's not negative 120, that's half of an equal sign. Something else that's important with factorial notation is that if you have 1 factorial, well, that's just equal to 1, but 0 factorial is also equal to 1. So if you have something like 3 factorial times 0 factorial, well, that's just 3 times 2 times 1 times 0 factorial is just 1. So that's equal to 6. Something else interesting about factorial, if you had something like 10 factorial over, let's say, 8 factorial, and you were about to write each one of those out, well, 10 factorial obviously would be 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but 8 factorial obviously is 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So notice everything is going to cancel out, and all we're left with is 10 times 9, or 90. And because of that, sometimes when you have n factorial, what we know with n factorial is that it's going to be n times, well, the number that is 1 lower than that, n minus 1, times the number that's 1 lower than that, n minus 2, all the way down to 2 times 1. And sometimes it's easier to write n factorial as n times n minus 1 factorial. And you'll see that in this sort of problem. Suppose you have this situation, you need to simplify n plus 1 factorial over n factorial. Well, the bigger number is obviously the one on the top, so I'm going to write this as n plus 1 times the next one down, which is n, and I'm going to stop there. So it's n plus 1 times n factorial. We have n factorial on the bottom, so we just end up with n plus 1, and we're done.